I'm Carol Wareheim, a member of Nassau Presbyterian Church. I was on the task force that wrote the Child Protection Policy in 2003 and the work group that revised it in 2011. The session has approved that policy as our official policy for this congregation. And since 2004, I've led the training that's required by the policy. And now I'm glad to introduce an online version of that training so you can meet the policy requirement at your own convenience. When we began working on this policy in 2002, such policies weren't as common, especially in churches. By now you may have encountered them in other institutions and organizations. But as we worked on the policy, we knew that children and youth were our primary concern. But as we worked on it, we realized that we came at that from a slightly different direction than other policies might. When the congregation baptizes a child, the congregation promises to strengthen the family's ties to the household of God. In our case, it's this congregation. Now, unless a family is assured that their child is safe within this congregation, and the children know that they are loved by people who minister to them, that's not going to happen. So it's important for this policy to help us live out that promise. We often call the policy the Child Protection Policy, but the full title is Child, Youth, Volunteer, and Staff Protection Policy. As we worked on the policy, knowing that we wanted to have a safe place for children and youth, we realized that this was also a protection policy for volunteers and staff. If you follow the guidelines of this policy, you will not find yourself in a compromising situation or be falsely accused of some action. To fulfill the training guideline, read the policy online. Be sure to click on the icon so you get additional information and interpretation. When you have finished reading the policy and the appendix, which gives definitions and signs of abuse and neglect, take the multiple choice quiz. It's not long, but that's the signal when you complete it that you have completed the training. So don't just read the policy, do the test too. And if you find that when you've started you can't complete it for some reason, don't worry, you can come back and complete it later.